This large iron box appeared unremarkable on the surface, but inside, it imprisoned a terrifyingly horrific mechanical zombie. Even through the thick steel plates, one could feel the hair-raising sense of oppression. In his bid to dominate the Earth, Valentine took an enormous risk and struck a deal with the mechanical zombie. He offered to help the zombie break free from its cage, but in return, the zombie had to eliminate a woman named Casey for him. Unexpectedly, the zombie agreed to Valentine's terms without hesitation, as the mechanical zombie happened to be hunting this woman as well. The two hit it off immediately and sealed the deal. Valentine piloted his aircraft and quickly ascended into the air, then fired a grenade at the offshore prison. The prison collapsed with a thunderous crash, losing its support. He then aimed at the target and fired another grenade. The iron box was instantly blown open, creating a breach, and it plummeted straight into the ocean. The mechanical zombie finally found the opportunity to break free from its restraints. Under Valentine's watchful gaze, the mechanical zombie slowly emerged from the sea, each step carrying an overwhelming sense of oppression. Next, it would hunt down Casey, who had broken her promise, and make her pay a devastating price. It turned out that when Casey was young, her mother had found a weapon powerful enough to destroy the world. Valentine soon learned of this news and flew his aircraft to the location. Valentine killed her mother and seized the weapon. Before her mother's death, she entrusted the weapon's key to young Casey. Casey fled desperately with the object, but being so young, she soon collapsed in a rice field. On the brink of death, the mechanical zombie who happened to pass by discovered the girl. The kind-hearted mechanical zombie took Casey home. The mechanical zombie once had a beloved daughter who had been captured by scientists for cruel transformation experiments, and ultimately died tragically in the laboratory. So, the mechanical zombie raised Casey as his own daughter, showing his gentlest side to her. However, Casey remained perpetually melancholy, still immersed in the grief of losing her mother. The mechanical zombie didn't want Casey to suffer every day, so he offered to help take away all her pain. The only way was to transform Casey into a robot. Those who were transformed would become emotionless, and those painful memories would disappear along with it. To forget the past, Casey agreed to the mechanical zombie's proposal. But what the mechanical zombie never expected was that one night, Casey unexpectedly fled from him in secret. When the mechanical zombie learned of this, he flew into a rage. He felt Casey had broken her original promise, which was why the mechanical zombie had been hunting Casey ever since. Fast forward 30 years later, in an aerial fortress, Casey was discussing strategies with others on how to deal with Valentine. But what they didn't know was that a hot air balloon was rapidly approaching them. At that moment, all the lights in the room suddenly went out, and the mechanical zombie burst in. Everyone immediately launched an attack on the mechanical zombie, but the bullets hitting his body were like mere scratches. One defiant man charged directly at him, only to be thrown from 10,000 meters high. During the struggle, the fortress's engine was accidentally destroyed, and the entire fortress erupted in a violent explosion. Casey tried to escape in the chaos, but the mechanical zombie still found her effortlessly. The mechanical zombie walked furiously toward Casey. At this critical moment, Tom charged forward upon seeing this, but the next second, he was violently slammed to the ground by the mechanical zombie. He was no match for the mechanical zombie at all. Just as Tom's life hung by a thread, Casey quickly rushed over, begging him to spare Tom.
No, I'm the one. Let him go. Let him live.
You are crying.
No, he can't die. He can't.
The mechanical zombie looked at Casey begging on the ground and instantly realized that Casey had very likely fallen in love with this man, which meant she could never fulfill her original promise. The mechanical zombie was instantly heartbroken. Even his adamantium heart could not bear this pain. He collapsed on the ground, unable to understand how his years of nurturing care couldn't compare to this man in the end. He then took out the secret key to Casey's weapon and returned it to her, releasing her from their promise. As long as Casey could live carefree, he could leave in peace. In his final moments, he thought of Casey as a child, thought of his own daughter, but all of this vanished into smoke along with the fortress's fall.